Philadelphia, a city steeped in history. Beneath its bustling streets, whispers travel through forgotten tunnels. They speak of a secret experiment in 1943, an experiment that defied the laws of nature. These tunnels, they say, were the stage for the incredible disappearance of the U.S. Navy destroyer, the Eldridge.
The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and the faint scent of ozone. Water drips from the low ceiling, echoing in the silence. This is no ordinary tunnel. This is a place where the impossible might be possible. The USS Eldridge, a cannon-class destroyer escort, was a marvel of its time. Built during the height of World War II, it was designed to protect convoys from enemy submarines and aircraft. The ship was no stranger to the seas, having sailed through treacherous waters and participated in numerous missions. But on that fateful day in 1943, she was about to sail into the unknown. The experiment, shrouded in secrecy and surrounded by rumors, was said to be a test of a revolutionary technology, one that could render a ship invisible to enemy radar. This technology, if successful, would change naval warfare forever.
The crew, a mix of seasoned sailors and fresh-faced recruits, had been briefed on the mission, but were unaware of the full extent of the experiment. They prepared for the test with a mix of excitement and apprehension. The air was thick with anticipation as they readied the ship for what was to come. Little did they know that they were about to become part of a mystery that would baffle the world for decades to come. The events that unfolded would lead to countless theories and speculations, making the USS Eldridge a legend in naval history.
Samuel, a dock worker at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, had been watching the Eldridge with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. Every day, he would take his lunch break at the same spot, just to get a glimpse of the mysterious ship. It wasn't just any ordinary vessel, there was something about it that drew him in, something he couldn't quite put his finger on. Strange equipment had been loaded onto the ship for weeks, coils of thick cable, massive generators, and strange pulsating lights. The dock workers whispered among themselves, speculating about the purpose of these unusual items. Some said it was for a top-secret mission, while others believed it was part of a new naval technology. He had heard the whispers, the rumors of an experiment, but he had dismissed them as drunken sailors' tales. After all, sailors were known for their tall stories and exaggerated accounts. Yet, there was a part of him that couldn't entirely shake off the feeling that there might be some truth to the rumors.
On that day, however, as he watched the Eldridge disappear into a blinding green fog, his skepticism began to waver. The fog was unlike anything he had ever seen before, thick, luminous, and almost otherworldly. It enveloped the ship completely, making it vanish from sight. He knew that he had witnessed something truly extraordinary. His heart raced as he tried to process what he had just seen. Was it a trick of the light, a hallucination, or was there something more sinister at play? His gut churned with a sense of unease, a feeling that something had gone terribly wrong. The image of the ship disappearing into the green fog haunted him, and he couldn't shake off the dread that had settled in his chest. What had he just witnessed? And what did it mean for the future?
Petty Officer James Riley aboard the Eldridge felt a shiver run down his spine as the experiment began. The air crackled with energy. The ship vibrated violently and a strange hum filled the air. Then a green fog enveloped the vessel, plunging everything into an eerie, phosphorescent glow. The world dissolved into a dizzying kaleidoscope of light and sound. Fear gripped Riley's heart as he realized that they were no longer in the familiar waters of the Delaware River. They were somewhere else, somewhere impossible.
Dr. Edward Jones, the man behind the experiment, watched with a mixture of exhilaration and dread as the Eldridge vanished from the test instruments. He had done it. He had achieved the impossible. But at what cost? The readings from the ship were chaotic, erratic. He had pushed the boundaries of science, but he had also unleashed a force he didn't fully understand. A knot of fear tightened in his stomach. He had opened a door to the unknown, and he wasn't sure he could close it.
The green fog dissipated as quickly as it had appeared, leaving behind only the lapping of the waves and a stunned silence. The Eldridge was gone, vanished into thin air. The observers on the shore gasped in disbelief. The impossible had happened, but their astonishment was short-lived. Minutes later, the Eldridge reappeared, materializing out of thin air as abruptly as it had vanished. But something was different. The ship was shrouded in an eerie silence, and a sense of dread hung heavy in the air. The events of that day became shrouded in mystery. It was a day that would forever be etched into the annals of history, not for its clarity, but for the shadows it cast. The fog that enveloped the city seemed to mirror the confusion and secrecy that would follow. What truly happened on that fateful day remains a subject of intense debate and speculation. The official records were sealed, and the witnesses were sworn to secrecy. Those who were there, those who saw with their own eyes, were bound by oaths and threats, their testimonies locked away in the vaults of classified files. The truth, if it ever existed in a pure form, was buried deep within layers of bureaucracy and silence. The Philadelphia experiment, as it came to be known, became the stuff of legend, a tale that grew with each retelling. Newspapers of the time hinted at strange occurrences, and illustrations depicted ships vanishing into thin air. Conspiracy theorists found a treasure trove of material, weaving intricate stories that blurred the lines between fact and fiction. A tale whispered in hushed tones. In dimly lit rooms and secretive gatherings, the story of the Philadelphia experiment was passed down, each whisper adding a new layer of intrigue. It became a part of the city's folklore, a ghost story for the modern age. Some dismiss it as a hoax, a fabrication born out of wartime paranoia and the human penchant for the fantastical. Skeptics point to debunked articles and logical explanations, arguing that the story is nothing more than a myth, a product of overactive imaginations and a desire for the extraordinary, a figment of overactive imaginations. For some, the Philadelphia experiment is a tale spun from the same cloth as fairy tales and science fiction, a story that captivates the mind but holds no basis in reality. It is a dream, a daydream, a flight of fancy that has taken on a life of its own. But others believe that something extraordinary happened that day, something that defied all known laws of physics. They argue that the evidence, though circumstantial, points to an event that cannot be easily explained away. The ship, they say, was enveloped in a mysterious glow, and scientists of the time were working on technologies that could bend the very fabric of reality, something that defied all known laws of physics. Theories abound, from the manipulation of electromagnetic fields to the creation of a space-time warp. Equations and diagrams attempt to make sense of the impossible, to explain how a naval ship could vanish from one location and reappear in another. Was the Eldridge really teleported? Did it traverse the boundaries of space and time? Or was it merely a trick of the light, a mirage created by the fevered minds of those who witnessed it? The questions linger, unanswered, each one leading to more speculation and wonder. Or did it somehow slip through a rift in the fabric of space-time? The idea of a rift, a tear in the very essence of reality, is both thrilling and terrifying. It suggests possibilities that are beyond our current understanding, realms of existence that we can only begin to imagine. The answers, like the whispers in the tunnels of Philadelphia, remain elusive, echoing through the corridors of time. The city's underground passages, with their dark and mysterious echoes, seem to hold the secrets of that day, secrets that may never be fully revealed, echoing through the corridors of time. Time itself seems to play a role in this mystery, as if the events of that day are trapped in a loop, forever replaying in the shadows of history. The passage of time has done little to diminish the intrigue, and the story continues to captivate those who hear it.
The mystery of the Philadelphia experiment, it seems, is destined to remain unsolved. The USS Eldridge, now a symbol of this enduring enigma, sails through the annals of history, its true story hidden beneath waves of speculation and doubt. A tantalizing enigma that continues to capture the imagination and fuel endless speculation. The foggy landscapes and eerie cityscapes of Philadelphia serve as a backdrop to this tale, a story that refuses to fade away, forever sparking curiosity and wonder in those who dare to explore its depths.